A report going to Toronto's executive committee says that Old City Hall is going to be very expensive to renovate, and with no clear plan, it will simply become vacant as of the spring. Built between 1889 and 1899, this was the home for Toronto Council until 1966. Then, Old City Hall, as it became known, was home to the provincial courts. The last of those will leave in April. A new report looking at the future of Old City Hall says to update the building would cost $230 million. And with no tenants in mind, the city will simply preserve it until it knows what to do.
We're going to look at different options, such as potentially a museum of Toronto, wedding chapel, event space, a public library. You know, all of those things are going to cost money, so we're going to see how we can work with the private sector.
No matter what we do, we need to keep it as historic, as beautiful as it is now. Now it costs phenomenal amount of money to upkeep it, to maybe change its use.
Council previously voted to look at putting in a museum in the space, but nothing much has happened. This building tells such a story about Toronto history. The architect, E.J. Lennox, who also did Casa Loma, he went over budget. Councillors at the time were furious at him, said, you can't have your name on the building. So he put ugly caricatures of them right in here. And then he still got his name on the building. Look up high and you can see letters from his name. It's stories like this that the city hopes to keep alive.
We think there's a lot of opportunity that can open up without significant capital, Alan. I think, again, there's major restoration that does need to happen. $16 million has been set aside over the next 10 years just to keep the building in a state of good repair. As for what to do with Old City Hall, and more importantly, how to pay for it, City Hall says it's open to ideas. Alan Carter, City News.